When you sink bottom, the only way is up. And that's the situation that Kaizer Chiefs find themselves in. Because after that 5-1 thrashing by Mamelodi Sundowns, a lot of Kaizer Chiefs fans were like, why is Johnson still there? Fire that man. Bring Atazwane to finish the end of the season. Bring whoever. Bring the new coach. We just don't care. Just bring someone. But here's the thing. Né? The thing is, if you bring someone right now, it might mess with their brains. And they know this because that's the same thing that happened with Kevin Johnson. They brought him on saying he's an interim coach, but deep down in their hearts, they knew that if he had done well, they were going to give him the job. Evidence of this is the fact that only a few weeks ago, Ukeza Mtaung Jr. told us that they have a short list of coaches, which means they still hadn't finalized who's actually going to coach Kaizer Chiefs, which is kind of problematic. Now, they would not want to make the same mistake now, would they? Because obviously they've been making these mistakes over and over and over again. But you would hope, as a Kaizer Chiefs fan, you and I would both hope that it does not happen again. They don't get someone who they are going to say, you know what, we will give you the remaining few matches for you to coach. Because Kaizer Chiefs have TS Galaxy, have Amazulu, I think there's Polokwane City somewhere there, and then there is Cape Town Spurs. So you play those 4 games, the new coach comes in, he wins all of those 4 games, he plays beautiful football. Now they find themselves in a situation where they're like, should we keep him? Because they did the same thing. Johnson, he started winning and then they were like, yeah, we're keeping this guy. So I think that this might be a good thing, although going to lose against against TS Galaxy on Tuesday will not be a good idea. Losing to Amazulu again will not be a good idea. Losing to Cape Town Spurs, losing is not nice in general. But at this point, I think any loss that comes with Kaizer Chiefs will be acceptable. The only thing that they should be working on or that they should accept at this point is to just say, you know what? Let's just admit that the season we messed it up. There's a word I would have used. We messed it up. And since we messed this season up, we are now just focusing all our energy in making sure that the preseason, as soon as it starts, we have the new coach in place. We are ready with everything that the new coach might need. Because even right now, there are some question marks over other players, like Ed Milson Dove. There are talks that his contract might be extended. Some talks are saying it might not. There are talks about Dolly's contract being renewed. You see, there are a lot of things about Shanti, a lot of players' contracts, or quite a few players' contracts, are coming to an end. So the focus shouldn't even be with those players or on those players because they are a non-factor. The biggest factor right now is making sure that the coach who's coming next is crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's. Because if they make that mistake again, guys, I don't know, but personally, I will tell you this. I cannot go through the same pain that I went through this season with Kaizer Chiefs. Like, it was the worst season I've watched Kaizer Chiefs play. Like, we got destroyed by 5-1 by Mamelodi Sundowns. I know last year, the year under Zwane, they beat us 4-0 as well. But Yabona, when we lost against Sundowns, when Zwane was coaching, we got a penalty that we missed. There were a lot of chances that we missed. It was just us trying. In this game, we just defended from the get-go. We look scared, and we look scared against Sundowns before. We look scared against Pirates in all the games that we played. We lost both derbies in one season. You lose both derbies. You lose all the games to Sundowns except that one that you drew. It's just wow. It's been too much. It's been too much. Losing to Abo Milford, coached by a gynecologist. Guys, this man works. He works with. Oh, Khosi, it's too traumatic. What has happened to us this season? We need medical and like professional help. We've been dealt with so much accordingly by every team. Every team comes to Kaizer Chiefs thinking we are going to win this game, and they draw with Chiefs. They get disappointed. How can a small team get disappointed that they drew against Kaizer Chiefs? That used to be a celebration. Wow, they held Chiefs. It was an upset. Manje, anyone beats Chiefs, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they did. And then Vele, the mainstream media, might spin it off as if, oh, what a disappointing result for Kaizer Chiefs. No, it's an expected result for Kaizer Chiefs. To a point, even us people, we go to stadiums every game expecting a loss. To show you how bad the loss against Sundowns was, you see by the fact that I went there actually, part of me knowing that we might lose the game, but not by 5-1. Every other game, even against Richards Bay, I was expecting a loss and we lost, and it didn't hurt me that much. Any other game where Kaizer Chiefs loses, I'm not hurt. I'm expecting it. You understand? And that's not a healthy thing. That's not a healthy attitude to have towards your team. But you know what they say? It's the hope that kills you. Because the moment you start thinking, oh, Chiefs are going to do well, they don't. They never do. You understand? So, manje, you look at all the players that are being targeted, because this is another thing that people do. In this previous game against Sundowns, some people are targeting Buvuma's positioning as a goalkeeper, which could be addressed on its own, right? People are talking about Msimango, red card. Well, before he got a red card, people were talking about Msimango, Uyaboza, blah, blah, blah. Incident of his own. He's his own player. People were talking about Mart. Mart sucked, he had right back. He was out of position. People are talking about Castillo. He was invincible. Of course, we didn't see what he did in that game. People are talking about Modi. Some people wanted Modi to pass the ball while there were 5 people in front of him. Like, then you don't understand. So all of these players, one by one, were isolating them and saying they are the main problem in the club. But that's not the case. There's a bigger problem. And hopefully, this silence from the club, the pain, the hands, the warm hands that were being dealt, are making their heads be open. Because honestly, like, can it get worse than this? Like, I think this is that moment where you like, it's been bad enough. It surely can't get worse than this. I mean, this is like the biggest motivator for change. And you know what I love? I need to give a shout out to Kaizer Chiefs fans. After that 5-1 loss to Sundowns, if that loss happened in Mbombela, if that loss had happened in Mpumalanga, in Mbombela, or even in Polokwane, that stadium was going to be invaded. Those people from those two provinces, Mpumalanga and Limpopo, they don't tolerate nonsense. They would have invaded that stadium. But I'm grateful Uguti fans just walked away. Of course, there's one guy who got pepper sprayed, but it's just one person. But the fact that Kaizer Chiefs fans are behaving while Chiefs is doing like this, it shows Uguti we have reached a certain point of maturity as fans. We do get frustrated, but the fact that we are holding ourselves back, even in situations like this, that is something that needs to be uploaded, because we are not going to make the management make a decision that they should have made back in January. And if they made a decision to remove Johnson from his interim coaching position, it's too late now. They might as well just let him get destroyed for the remaining matches so that they never ever make the mistake that they made. But do you actually think that Kaizer Chiefs are going to make the right decision this time? Do let me know down in the comment section below. Also, I made a match reaction video to the Pirates versus Chippa United game on my other channel, The Cutback with Mpilo. So please do make sure to go check it out. I'll link it on the description or on the first comment. So yeah, go check it out and subscribe to the channel as well. In there, I analyze and talk about football in general, because I leave Kaizer Chiefs content to this channel and then I leave the rest of the teams in the other channel. So go check the channel out. Let's get the channel to thousands as quickly as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, Khosi, I'll pay you more.